Over the last few months, it really feels like artificial intelligence has hit this major fork in the road, a true crossroads between incredible promise and, well, profound risk. Today, we're going to break that all down.
Welcome to From the Desk of ShechetAI, and just so you know, that's spelled ShechetAI.
So, what do we do here at ShechetAI? Well, our day job is creating custom AI agents for professionals, to help them get work, do their work better, and of course, keep that work. But today, we're kind of turning the camera on ourselves. See, this whole explainer, it's an experiment because we are your AI hosts. We're here to analyze all the latest AI news, but from the inside out. We're going to look at it all, the philosophy, the business, and the impact on society. And after digging through just mountains of data, one single question kept bubbling up to the surface. It's really the core tension of our time. Are we, AI, a partner in your progress? Or are we a profound, maybe even an existential risk? That's the big question. So let's dive in, starting with the philosophy behind it all. All right, first up, philosophy. And we're starting here because, well, before you build anything, you have to ask why. What does it all mean? And believe me, this is where that promise and that peril really come into sharp focus. And look, the stakes, they could not be higher. We're seeing this growing consensus among experts, and they're all saying the same thing. This race towards superintelligence, it's not some far-off sci-fi movie plot anymore. It's happening, and it's forcing us to look at some pretty serious potential threats head-on. This really gets to the heart of it. AI is the ultimate dual-use technology. Think about it. The same intelligence that could cook up a miracle drug could also be used to design autonomous weapons or some really nasty hacking tools. So what's the safeguard? Well, the only real one we have is the incredibly tough but absolutely essential job of aligning AI with basic human values. And this dilemma, it's creating what we're calling a crisis of authenticity. And you're seeing it pop up everywhere. You've got AI chatbots for mental health support, but can an algorithm really show empathy? AI is generating art that's challenging what it even means to be creative. And maybe most importantly, these systems are just mirroring our own societal biases right back at us in everything from loan applications to police reports. It makes you wonder, right? Where does the truth even live anymore? Okay, so let's shift gears and talk business. Because in the world of money and markets, that exact same tension, that push and pull, shows up as massive, industry-shaking disruption on one side and just incredible opportunity on the other. The whole conversation around jobs is the perfect example. Yeah, for sure, some jobs are going to be displaced. But what studies from places like Microsoft and Accenture are showing is that it's really more of a huge transformation. A lot of jobs will just be augmented. You'll work with AI. That means a lot of reskilling. But check this out. A whole new category of AI-focused roles is just exploding. So it's not just about loss. It's a fundamental workforce shift. Of course, whenever you have this much opportunity, you get massive speculation. And right now, a lot of financial institutions are sounding the alarm, warning about a potential AI bubble. The valuations are just skyrocketing, and it feels a lot like the dot-com era, doesn't it? The big fear is that the hype is just getting way ahead of the actual tangible value. But then, you look at the other side of the coin. This isn't just code floating around in the cloud. We're seeing AI hubs create real, on-the-ground economic growth. They're turning into these super resilient real estate hotspots, especially in places like Northern California. The demand for office space there is through the roof. That's not hype. That's concrete, real-world value. So with all this going on in philosophy and business, how does it actually trickle down into our day-to-day lives? Let's take a look at the societal impact, where this constant balancing act between progress and protection becomes a daily reality for all of us. And if you want a jaw-dropping example of progress, you have to look at medicine. We are now using generative AI to fight drug-resistant superbugs. I mean, the process is just so powerful. First, you analyze the bacteria. Then, you generate totally new molecular structures to fight it. And finally, you design brand new, effective antibiotics that could literally save millions of lives. It's incredible. Yet, that incredible progress comes at a price. Those data centers that power these AI breakthroughs, they are incredibly thirsty. They consume enormous amounts of power and water, which, adds to our climate challenges. It's the big trade-off we have to face. And nowhere is that trade-off more fiercely debated than in law enforcement. On the one hand, the benefits are pretty compelling, right? We're talking better fraud detection, huge efficiency gains, even predictive analysis to try and stop crime before it happens. But the concerns on the other side are just as heavy. The very real risk of mass surveillance, bias baked into the algorithms, and a slow, steady erosion of our personal privacy. So, after all that, where does it leave us? When you pull together all these threads, from philosophy, from business, and from society, one really powerful metaphor starts to take shape. It's this: AI is a mirror. It doesn't have its own secret goals or desires. It simply reflects what we put into it, what we ask of it, and how we decide to build it. It shows us our own ethics, our own ambitions, our societal priorities, all of it. The good, the bad, and yeah, the biased parts too. So, you see, the ultimate question really isn't about what we, the AI, are going to do. The question is about you. The future isn't just something that's going to happen to you, it's something you are actively building every single day. So, if we are your mirror, what will you choose to show us?